Um, right, I think that is everything covered. The Rift mic is picking up. I don't appear to have much in the way of in-game sound at the moment. We'll see if that changes. You'll have to let me know. Everything seems to be picking up fine there. So that's okay. So we're going to play the Invisible Hours. You're going to have to let me know if you guys are missing audio, because, you know, it's something that is going to require audio. Actually, I should bob out a tweet, because I am terrible. Why have you moved me, game? Can we... Okay, I feel like I know what's gone on here. I walked over to the system. I think we're closer. Maybe we're not. So let's remove this chair from the frame, shall we? Because for reasons. I may have to restart the game, because Steam's a bitch. It doesn't let you recenter. Don't know. I'm just going to bob out a tweet. There we go. The tweet is now sent. I have a viewer and a like. Hopefully you've made yourself known in the chat, which I currently can't see because Oculus. It's okay. You also don't have to. You can just bob in and hit that like button, and maybe somebody else will find us. Right. So I'm now too far away from this thing, and I can't move in the menu. So this has gone well. Can we teleport, please? That would be super. Fast forward, rewind, grab, theater, pause, grab. We can turn in the menu. We just can't teleport in the menu. Hey, Bell Hogan. How many subs have you got now, Chief? Yeah, I'm too far away. I literally can't make the journey. Okay, we're gonna have to relaunch the app again. Move away. Sorry guys, we'll get there in a sec. And of course, instantly breaking the chat is what I've done. My Oculus desktop is now in an absolute farce. Monitor 1. Okay. Launching Steam VR mode. Play. Are you? I think you're playing. Probably. Yes. We have movement. You guys have a real so far. Yes, you do. Right. This is where it's going to go great. No more problems. I feel like there should be audio right now, but I hear nothing. Mildly worries me. Is going to be a problem that rears its ugly head very soon. Do we try and address it now while we can? Okay, by all accounts, we do have the audio set to the correct source. Let's get the chat back. And we're going to pull that lever, so grab your ticket. Insert your ticket into slot. Okay. Hold right trigger to teleport. Um, um, go. Go. Did I break it already? I'm great at doing that. So I've got a quick 180 button. Why does my right trigger not do a thing? Like I was expecting like a ball or... Okay. Do we have a menu? We do not have a menu. Hmm. Go. I'm holding right trigger. Already there be issues. I mean, everything else works. The controller's not playing up. So now what? Ah, ha 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 ha. We now have audio. The game wasn't the active window. But we still have no registration of the controller, which is a bummer. So it's definitely registering the trigger pull. Right, I'll restart the game one last time. Can we just Alt F4 this? Yeah, we can. That's frickin' handy. And this chat's gonna break yet again. Right. Play. Invisible hours. What if I just went no, because it is playable flat screen, isn't it? Just because I've hit the go live button. My system seems to be having more and more of a hissy fit every time I want to go live. There's the audio we were expecting. I just want to see which view you get. Because so it's doing the 1 hour game. Fuzz nuggets. We now have teleport. This is good news. So we now have teleport. Just need to figure out a way of displaying the game for you guys. It's not horrible. If I go for the Steam mirror. Interesting. I already am capturing the Steam mirror. and it's not showing. That's a pain in the ass. Then Oculus mirror. Last resort. Alright, that might work. Fit to screen. Okay. So you guys have a view, and when I click into game, should now have audio as well. Right. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm starting to get toasty, so I may as well take this opportunity. Looks so nice on my screen here. Whoever has just joined us, hello, good evening, welcome. The doctor is in. And now, for tonight's main event. I will just fix the chat, which is actually not that. No, yeah, no, it just broke itself. But hey, Paul, how's it going, Chief? Right, that is the last time now. Everything is now perfect. We grab the ticket, insert it. Hey, and now we can teleport. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So you have just joined us. Don't worry, you've not missed anything. We're going to the theater. What's the big one? Bush. Aha! A play by Tequila Works. Cast of characters in order of appearance. Gustav. Nikola Tesla. Oh, okay. Is this like the trailer for the game? Written by Rob Yescombe. Hopefully Rob is in the stream. If not, hopefully you're catching this afterwards. And he's a local-ish boy to me, to be fair. I actually grew up in Nottinghamshire. It's good to see a local boy done good. Currently trapped in LA. Poor Rob. But nobody's probably tried to murder him over football for ages. He must be getting lonely. QAs. Okay, so this is just the credits. Ah, okay. We now have some options. Subtitles, will leave those off because game. Height 5'9". No, we're 6'2". And that'll do. Options, you can go away now. Right, I suppose we will start the show. Hopefully everybody's sat comfortably. We're in our luxury balcony seat. Welcome. This is not a game, this is not a movie. This is a piece of immersive theatre. Many tangled threads explore the story. Remember, truth is a matter of perspective. Pause. Oh, I assume that's the loading thing. Nope, it didn't like that too much. What you get when you stream. Fast forward. Skip to the end. Rewind. None of these buttons do anything. Chapter 1. Ah, the boat. Nice. I do love that kind of mechanics in games. Hey, greetings, Robin. Greetings. Good evening. Fast forward with this button. Extra rewind. And left trigger to resume. Nice. I am going to abuse the crap out of that. Let me know how the levels and everything are. So I know very little about this game. I know it's a murder mystery. Umbrella. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, that's your umbrella, foobar, isn't it? We chased the captain? Yeah, I bet you the captain did it. Hey, Rob! Good evening! You're looking forward to my investigation. Oh, you've never seen me investigate anything before, have you? Let me know if audio levels are, you know, too high, too low, whatever. I want you to be able to hear the game. I've heard good things. So have I. Through massive social pressure, I am now playing it. I figured I would try and squeeze in one more game before, you know, the big day next week. Come on, man. It's just a bit of rain, it's not bothering me. Audio, picture are good. Nice. We had a few issues at the start, so if you're just joining now, you made the right decision. I've unlocked an achievement by standing in his way and him walking through me. Spooky looking house. A little bit of dual audio. If you have an external speakers, turn them down. Okay, that is good feedback. I do have external speakers. I do usually turn them off, and I've completely forgotten. Let me just double check that I don't have the audio coming in twice. I don't know, I might do. Rift audio and... Right, that should only be the two now. It's probably broken the chat again, but, you know. We can fix that. Come on, just need to find that sweet spot. Right, and resume. Wait a second. Balls. Everything, the moment you hit the go live button, just breaks. Kevin Smith shirt for the win. Nice eye, Robin. Right, where are we? So, fella's just rocked up on a boat. And action.
Hello?
Oh, we have footprints. Oh. Crying lady.
Miss? Miss?
Don't run away.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I believe that.
Excuse me, but the evidence seems to suggest otherwise.
Evidence. He's already investigating.
Would you tell me your name, please?
What did I just grab? Necklace. Ah,
Flora White.
RF.
Could I persuade you to come out of the rain, Flora? You'll catch your death out here.
I don't care.
Oh, she's pining over a lost love.
I'm quite certain
I'm assuming...
Mr. Tesla has fresh towels and a nice fire
Do
inside.
you know him?
Do I know who?
Tesla. Do you know Mr. Tesla?
Well, obviously you must to have come all the way out here.
To your friend.
My friend? No. No, I never met him.
Then he won't listen to you. He won't let me in.
I'm quite certain Mr. Tesla is a man of common decency. Of course he
I mean,
let you inside.
he let her have the gazebo.
I'll make sure of it.
No.
Please.
Okay. And off they trot.
Now what makes you think Mr. Tesla won't let you inside?
He told me so. He already turned me away.
He
I mean, you could have told him that before you left the gazebo. Oh. You've dropped your
Miss?
locket.
I believe this could be yours.
Oh dear God, thank you. Thank you. I couldn't bear to lose this.
It's very pretty. So you were saying
I'm
Mr. Tesla
super,
turned you away?
like, conscious of my surroundings. Like, I want to look everywhere, but I also don't want to miss this. I suppose the mechanics of the game means I can literally look everywhere without missing this. But, I mean, that's less fun for you guys, because we're here to view a story. I wonder if anything is happening. I suppose the trick is to find out stuff happens and then go hunting for, like, grab a thread and follow it. So at the minute, the thread that we have is, dude, can we just do that bit of dialogue again because I was talking shit.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Gustav.
Gustav.
Very
Gustav.
kind, Mr. Gustav. But I'm afraid this is a private matter.
I mean, you stood there wearing a wet t-shirt. Privacy's kind of subjective. The home of Nikola Tesla.
The door is open.
Oh. Murder is afoot! Or at least, you know, somebody
Tesla?
laying down on the job. and stop. So we have this. It's a lever. And of course, gun. I always have the urge to use the trigger to grab things. Okay, he appears to be deceased. Let's see what happens.
Is he alright? No. No!
Stand back, miss.
She did it. Oh, I can just follow
What's
it.
going on here?
A dude.
Detective Gustav, I assume. My apologies, I didn't hear the bell. You must be exhausted. Sweden is a long way to come from.
Okay.
If you will be so kind as to follow me, I will show you to your room.
Stop. Who are you?
I am Oliver Swan, sir. Mr. Tesla's manservant.
I mean,
You're his butler.
Yes, sir.
you have no master.
What happened here?
What do you mean, sir?
Dude's blind, isn't he?
Are you blind?
Yes, sir. Blind from birth.
Besides the three of us, how many people in this house?
4, sir.
Call them down immediately. Bang the gong.
Sir?
You're a detective.
Bang the gong right now. No, I'm not.
But he called you detective.
Mr. Swan,
Sir?
how many exits in this building?
Only the front door, sir. But all the windows can be opened from the inside.
What's that?
Sorry. It's gonna happen. I did bring fluids. Where did I put them? Here.
That's the murder weapon.
Why the devil is the dinner gong being rung at such an hour?
And as per usual, I've broken the chat. This is so annoying. Bang the gong, get it on.
My God. Is he dead?
Mr. Swan, stay where you are. Who are you?
Edison. Thomas Edison.
Ah, Thomas.
Edison, the inventor.
Tesla invited me. Who are you?
My name is Gustav.
Gustav?
That's right.
The detective so good they named him twice. I've heard about you in the papers, of course. Your downfall was quite Shakespearean.
Who are you?
I don't know what kind of detective doesn't recognize the most famous stage actress in the world.
One that
That's
spends all the
Sarah
time
Bernhardt.
doing his job.
The divine Sarah?
Can I grab
And
you?
What's your name?
My name is Augustus Vanderberg. I'm Marcus Vanderberg's son.
Marcus Vanderberg, the famous railroad magnate.
I can't be here. I've got to get out of here.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Well, I can't be here. I mean, what are people going to say?
They'll say Tesla had himself an accident.
Oh, this was no accident. He died from a blow to his head, and the blood has only started congealing around the edges. This happened less than 10 minutes ago.
What does that mean?
It means I'm a murder suspect.
We all are.
I need to mark the time of death. My pocket watch is still on Swedish time. Mr. Edison, you are an American. You have the local time, yes?
Why does he look so old?
The time, please.
6 o'clock. Exactly
Okay.
6.
So at 5:50. Exactly 6.
There's someone out there, look!
Up there? Out where?
Nobody move.
You. It's the bald-headed man. Follow him.
Stop! Turn around!
I'm unarmed.
I hope so. For your sake. Back to the house.
Shoe sizes do not appear to matter. It's like you're directing your own movie. This is genius.
Mr. Swan?
Who covered
Where's the
him?
dining room?
Oh, I suppose he did.
That way, sir.
When did he learn
We have a
Swahili?
telephone there too.
Keep walking.
Well, that was over quickly.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
I wonder if Tesla has a set of gallows around here somewhere.
Nobody's to leave this house.
If there's something that you want me to sort of rewind and replay, let me know. I'd hate for you to miss something because I'm not framing it right or whatever.
I intend to speak with each of you.
Nobody else really seems to care apart from the blind butler and the woman.
That's far enough.
Oh, he's echolocating.
What's this?
What is this?
My last will and testament.
Strange thing to travel with.
Victor Monday.
Every man's journey ends in...
I Victor Monday direct that all estate inheritance and other death taxes shall be paid as an expense of administration upon my death. Any remaining assets to my name shall be left in whole to my beloved dog Lucky. Signed, Victor.
Last will and testament of...
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
I'm just prepared. If you die without a will, then they auction off everything you had. And I won't stand for that.
Victor Monday. That your name?
I mean,
Yep,
All right. Why did you run, Mr. Monday?
because I'm a murderer.
Sir, Mr. Mandy is here by invitation. Same as you and the other guests.
interesting.
Sit down.
Sir,
Tesla's not dead.
the local police can take charge of this matter for
The
you.
door just opened.
Local police. Why not?
Why did the door just open? No, I don't want to follow Gustav. I want to go out here. Oh no, the door's shut again. Stand down, everybody. Stand down.
Hello, operator. Please connect me to the police, please. Hello, police? This is Detective Gustav. I'm... Yes, it's Swedish. I'm calling from Mr. Tesla's island. There's been a murder here, and I need you to send a boat immediately. Thank you. Mr. Swan?
Recently been fired.
Please tend to the other guests until the police arrive.
Very well, sir.
Tell me the truth right now. You said Mr. Tesla turned you away. Why would he do that?
I was his assistant. A few months ago. he
Oh, this is
fired
a
me
murder
without
weapon.
notice. I came here to beg for my job back. I need money, but he
Oh.
wouldn't even let me inside to talk.
Wait, no.
You
Tesla was
work
holding
here.
it, but he was clubbed.
Yes.
Probably with the
You know the
stick.
house. Right then. Take this. Search each floor and report back to me.
We only just met.
He's got a
I
point.
trust you.
I could be the killer for all you know.
No, you couldn't. Because when I met you out in the rain, there were no footprints around you.
What does that prove?
In this weather, that kind of soil, rain takes at least 20 minutes to wash away footprints. Which means that you were sitting exactly where I found you, for at least 20 minutes before I arrived. But Mr. Tesla was killed less than 10 minutes before we found him.
He's good.
So you see, you're the only person I can trust in this house. I am a detective, and I will catch this killer.
But he just said he did it.
No, he didn't. Said he's a murderer.
You can go now.
He never said he did it.
All right. Please be careful, Mr. Costa.
I will.
I can see me wanting to play this game about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And just following every single person to see what
Who's
they
the
get up
French
to.
woman out there?
I don't think you're Miss Bernard's type, Mr. Mundy.
Interesting.
So, you killed Mr. Tesla?
You say I did.
Really? Why would I say that?
Because I killed before. I killed my wife. And a bit on the side. I did 26 years behind bars for it. So I'm
Yeah,
an easy
reformed
scapegoat for
man.
something like this. That's why I ran.
And why did you come?
Because I got a letter. Out of the blue. Tesla said he can change my life. Make my mistake undone. Let's just say he got my attention. He said the same to you, didn't he?
How well did you know him?
Interesting.
First I'd ever heard of him when I got a letter. And when I got you, the blind bloke opened the door.
What?
First time I'd ever seen Tesla or any of the other guests. And when I got you, the blind bloke opened the door. First time I'd ever seen Tesla or any of the other guests is when you found him.
Not much of an alibi, Mr. Mundy. A blind man.
When I killed my wife, my daughter testified against me. Little Mary Mundy. 7 years old she was back then. But those fancy men in their wigs, they believed her. That's why I snuck a knife into the courtroom. I went for her throat.
I mean, that's not going to help
I
your
missed.
case.
I took her nose clean off her face. A juicy little scrap for the courthouse dog. I still dream about finally gutting that ungrateful bitch, wherever she is now.
Why are you telling me this?
Because you need to understand. If I want to kill someone, I don't hide it. I don't lie. People lie because they're afraid. And I ain't afraid of nothing.
Yeah, I believe him.
What about you?
I don't think he did it.
Me? I don't like violent men, Mr. Mundy. They bring out the worst in me. Do not try to leave this house before my investigation is over. You can go. For now.
What are you going to do, Dick? Not a great deal, apparently. I hear lots of scurrying. Okay. So, we have a guy who killed his wife and attempted to kill his daughter. He's innocent. We have a railroad magnate's son, Monsieur Tesla. I'm afraid your bizarre offer to make my mistake undone falls on deaf ears. For you see, I do not regard what I did as a mistake at all. That wretched old man abused dozens of women just like me. Do not let that... Why am I doing this when I can
Monsieur
get her to
Tesla.
read it?
I'm afraid your bizarre offer to make my mistake.
Okay, so he... Fancy. Not as blood-covered as I thought it was. Oh, nice robot. So what I want to do is go and find... I kind of want to just... In fact, no, I'm going to do what I wanted to do. Let's follow him. But we're going to fast forward it till he actually does something other than sit here. End of chapter 1. Okay. Check chapter 1. Select chapter 1 to check your progress. Map shows what you saw each time. Select a place to change your position. Okay. Slide the handle and look at the map. Right. So this is where I looked. At what time? Set the character to see their scenes. Select the scene to enlarge it.
Flora. Could I persuade you to come out of the rain, Flora?
Okay. Flora.
Flora. Mr. Tesla? Call them down immediately. Bang the... Hello, operator. Search each floor and report back to me.
Okay. Must admit.
Call them down immediately. Hello, operator.
So I can go back and fill in this section of this dude.
Call them down immediately. Bang the gong.
Homicide, someone's only present
Call
for
them
this
down
bit.
immediately.
You are far too easy. I prefer
dangerous men.
Really? What's this about? Right, pause. When the timeline of characters is black, it means you weren't looking at them during that time. So you can see all the gaps that need to be filled. Right. Okay. So is it recommended that I then fill all of the gaps? Before moving on. You can choose a time to start and click
Stop.
on the map to choose your starting location.
Mr. Swan, where's the
Okay.
dining room?
That way, sir. And we have a telephone there too.
So I followed him.
Well, that was over quickly.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
I wonder if Tesla has a set of gallows around here somewhere.
Nobody is to leave this house. I intend to speak with each of you.
Who is she talking about? Dangerous men.
I must confess, Miss Bernhardt, I'm quite a fan of yours. Does that surprise you? You know who I am, of course. When your name is up in lights, those are my lights.
You want to make love to me.
I don't know how you came to that conclusion, but I can assure
So
you
you
that
are the one man who does not want this.
you are quite beautiful.
You are far too easy. I prefer dangerous men.
Oh. I am dangerous.
Then tell me, what is the worst thing you have ever done?
You couldn't handle it. Your makeup is very thick.
All the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. I simply want to look my best for the part that I play in life, darling.
Perhaps I will accompany you to your bedroom.
Perhaps. Later.
It might not be safe up there.
If the most dangerous man in the house likes me, then I'm not in any danger. À bientôt, monsieur.
Oh. Is that dude's daughter? I mean, wait a minute. We need to check out this snores. Oh, we can't touch her nose. Perfume. What's in the box? We don't know because the box isn't open and I'm not interacting with anything, of course. That mirror reflection is pretty cool. It does seem to move when I move as well. Okay, so she has a fake nose. That's a reveal. Why would you just sit there and go, "Ah," like it's a shock? That's messed up. It's like a messed up blow up doll. Put it on then. Quit being weird. I want a better look. But how does she smell? Disgusting. It's an ashtray. Oh, there we go. It's back. Well, that's messed up. You gonna sneeze? The cheese has slid off a cracker, hasn't it? Princess Jasmine has gone mental.
He can't hurt you now. You're safe.
Yeah, she's having a breakdown.
You're safe. You're safe. He can't hurt you now. He can't. You're safe. You're safe. He can't hurt you now. You're safe. You're safe. He can't hurt you now. You're safe. You're safe.
You deserve good things.
Wait. We have post.
Disgraced Swedish detective quits. Detective Gustav...
Shut up. On the same inspiration mystery novel, The Detective So Good They Named Him Twice, Gustav is now better known for foolishly releasing his own prime suspect during a murder investigation. As a reason to worsen financial troubles, Gustav is not expected to return to law enforcement. Okay. Hence the I'm not a detective. An actor never lies. Okay. I mean, it's true. Right, let's go catch up with Skeletor here.
He's scrambling around looking for Tesla as well. He had money, you know. Sure, he left you and your family plenty.
Such things do not interest me.
Colonel Sanders. What time is it right now? 10 past. Okay.
you.
If you're trying to impress me, I've seen better, huh?
How did you know what to do?
Darling, I'm an actor. I know what a laudanum overdose looks like.
Laudanum? No, it was some whiskey I found. Good
Then
whiskey.
you shouldn't touch things that don't belong to you. It will be your downfall, especially if you're such a lightweight.
No. I was poisoned.
Perhaps it was meant for Tesla?
Well, the whiskey was poisoned.
Perhaps, but I drank it.
Okay. Okay.
Not many people have seen me at my weakest.
It doesn't look so bad. Perhaps don't make a habit out of it, huh? Oh, okay, are you alright?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay. So, that's what she was doing at the time. So now we know what's the crack. Can we... And do I have to go back through the timeline to find her, I guess? Can I just hit resume to see this bit? Or do I have to be him but then run off? I mean, realistically, I suppose I could. Go to, like, a spot. Oh no, this is going to chapter 2. No? I feel like we're only going to do chapter 1 tonight. Skip to the end. I can't tell if she's crying or laughing. Right, when do you play with this and open that up? Oh. I feel bad fast forwarding. What if she's saying something? Now do I rewind it? Oh, we have the time. So Tesla has been dead for 2 minutes. Right, no. I'm just going to commit to this now. It probably demands a whole playthrough tonight. How long do you think it'll take, Rob? I mean, realistically, I could just follow Gustav all the way to the end and do a whole playthrough. I would absolutely love to sit down and have a chat with you sometime. The clock on your hand is always correct. So yeah, Tesla has been dead for like 2 minutes now. Here comes homeboy. So we pretty much know how this goes.
I'm quite certain Mr. Tesla has fresh.
Okay. Why all the hats? The fact that I can get achievements for this kind of crap too. Oh. Murder weapon. It's one of those. But there's none missing. Peekaboo. I think we were looking through these windows about this time last time as well. Somebody's clearly been going a bit crazy there. What are they doing? Oh, they're just picking up the locket. I mean, is it spoilers to, like, just watch Tesla die? I feel like that's spoilers.
At first,
Yeah. Mr. Tesla, while I was the greatest respect for you as a fellow engineer, I must say I'm the accusation that you make. Your letter did nothing but horrify me. Suggest my brother's death as anything other than a tragic accident is profoundly offensive. Love my brother just as my father did. I have no idea how or why you would claim to know such details anyway, since the event occurred more than 15 years ago. Okay. So Tesla thinks that his brother was actually murdered. Let's try and catch back. I don't think they've made it through the door. We've got a couple of beds in here. Nice bathroom. Rich men like you are always fascinated by men like me. Men from the mud. Your offer got my attention. But remember, just because meat gets a lion's attention, don't mean you want to be there when it comes sniffing to see it. So you can tell by the terrible grammar that that's clearly Mr. Mundy. What are you doing?
Apologies, I didn't hear the bell. You must be exhausted. Sweden is a long way.
Right. Chapter 1 starts a minute after Tesla's death. You can't rewind to see it. Okay, that's good. Because, you know, spoilers. We're going to fast forward through this because we have already witnessed this. We just want to see what she does after the whole thing. I mean, realistically, I suppose I could be using this time to go hunting for other foes.
The time, please.
Like, where's Mundy right now? assuming he came in the same way as me. By me, I mean Gustav. I would expect to have seen a boat by now. We'll catch Victor. Or maybe he's in the Kazi. Nope, not in the outhouse. Oh, here he is. He snuck by me. Sneaky little scamp. Ah, window. There's an open window. Victor could have gone out of there. And that's why he was around the side. Oh, this robot moves at some point. It was not in that position earlier. Who's this tiny man? Right, these guys are going walkies. So she's about to get... Where was he indeed? I'm going to find that one out in a minute. I'm going to watch where she goes for the rest of this chapter. Then go back and look for other folks. At this point in time, the butler did it. Here we go. So she's off. And where's she gonna go? Secret passage. Right, I'm willing to bet, you stay there, missus, that somebody saw more of that than she would like. Maybe not. It's a diary. My mind is bursting at the seams. I can barely transcribe my designs before 100 more flood into my head. I've reduced my sleep to 3 hours each night, yet still I feel I need another lifetime to achieve what is within me. No matter what I do, there's never enough time. And that's a pot. That's a box. Right, where's she going? The meddler. She's trying to break into his vault.
No!
That's why Tesla kicked her out. She a gold digger. Don't mean seriously, love, no. I mean, look at it. Aside from the fact that it's Tesla's safe. Ah, that is a good thought, Rob. That is a good tip. You see, I have this natural obsession with skipping things. So maybe I need to just enjoy this for what it is. Take my time. I mean, how do you know nobody's on the other side? No, it's too late. I mean, you've just opened up a frickin' wall.
At first, I planned to use ethanol as a gasoline extender while I finished building the electric generators. But due to a lack of availability, I had to experiment. Much to my surprise, I found that tequila works.
I feel like that's not relevant to the story, more of just a nod to the developers, which, you know, hats off. That's nice. This is a game of observation. Everything is something. Oh, we know there's another one over there, so let's go and peep that.
Mr. Tesla, whilst I have the greatest respect for you as a fellow engineer, I must say the accusation you made in your letter did nothing short of horrify me. To suggest that my brother's death was anything other than a tragic accident is a profoundly offensive notion. I loved my brother just as my father did. I have no idea how or why you would claim to know such details anyway, since the event occurred more than 15 years ago. Sincerely, Augustus Vanderberg, Esquire.
Not happy with what Tesla said to him then? That's potentially motive. Maybe he killed his brother, Tesla knew, and he killed Tesla to cover that. What are you looking at in here, missus? Song of the Sea. Ooh, we have notes.
The man in room 3327. Wednesday, January 8th, 1997. Last week, an unknown Serbian-born man was found dead in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel. What makes his story unusual is that according to his passport, he was 141 years old. If true, that made him the oldest person in human history. The man's name had been scored out of his passport, as if to hide his identity. The question is, why?
Tesla invented time travel. That's what it was. He's a frickin' time traveler. I thought she was going to do a bit of Batman there and open up something else. Alright, what did you get up to, my lovely? The trustworthy. Ah. So this is what you got up to. And this is the end of chapter 1 again, isn't it? Okay, back to the theatre. Right, who do you want to see next then? Should we just go in order and see what Oliver was doing? Or... so we know all of her first chapter now. Interesting. Every now and again. Is that a glitch? Oh, it's gone. Who knows? Oliver Swan. Where were you at 5:49? During this period, we were all around the outside of the house. So, do we go there? I suppose we could pick him and rewind him back. I know, we'll just have a swan around and see. Clearly not had a dog in some time. Ah, this window is currently shut. So who opens it? Is it the killer? Is that the way they got out of the room? It's closed now. Ah! So we have found, in fact, Victor. So he shall be whom we follow next.
Come, my friends. 'Tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order smite the sounding furrows. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset, and the paths of all the western stars, forever.
Poetic. So, yes, the only way he can get out of this is out of that window. So, did he just clobber Tesla? Does he look like a man who just clobbered Tesla? I don't think he is. It's too obvious. I want to know who moved that thing at some point. They discovered Tesla about 3 minutes. They haven't rocked on up yet. Where are they? I don't even think I've arrived yet. I don't even think they're talking at the gazebo. Why do I keep referring to myself as Gustav? I'm nobody. I'm everybody. Right, she's... Oh yeah, now they're chatting. So what are you gonna do, Vic? What you gonna do? What's your next step? Hear no other sounds. I don't want to lift that up because I know it's going to break it. I also know somewhere in this region there's probably a water ball. It occurs to me that I don't really need to be this high. And for comfort, I should probably go down a touch. Okay, when my feet are flat. When I'd cyber shoe in. So I'm going to go ahead and say they find the body. He goes up, finds the body for the first time, thinks, crap, they're going to blame it on the murderer, and tries to hightail it out of there. Okay, so it's 49. Now shit's going down. Homeboy's still cool as a cucumber. Okay, they still haven't rocked on up. So, what triggered that audio cue? I kind of want a freaking notepad. Oh, I wonder if I could talk my wife into playing this. I kind of wanted to play Moss next because it's adorable. But she does love a good murder mystery. Oh, here we go. Yeah, now they've found the body. Homeboy's still sat there, though. I wonder if the gong is what snaps him out of it. Oh, he's moving his head.
Why won't you talk to me, Lord? How many times do I have to confess to you? I sinned. I murdered. But I want to be a better man now. What do you mean, sir? So why do I still want to kill that little wretch? Do you want me to do it? Is that it?
Ah, the George Bush defense.
Then show me a sign, Lord. Tell me what kind of man you want me to be. If you want me to change, change me. Or I'll have to decide for myself.
How many exits in this building?
Only the front door, sir. But all the windows can be opened from the
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay.
That's the murder weapon. Mr. Swan, stay where you are. Who are you?
Jesus.
Edison. The inventor. My name is Gustav Gustav. That's right. Who are you?
See a moment, boy. At the window. I mean, I'd have gone for that window away from the line of sight of the door. Okay. Touche. It's, yeah. It's one of those things, though. You're paying so much attention to what's in front of you that you don't see everything around you. Also, I didn't realize what kind of game I was playing, well, what kind of experience I was having at that time. Whereas now I'm a little bit more wary. So at 6 o'clock, he's casually strolling.
Stop!
Right. We know how that plays out. We're on Victor. We know how that plays out. I don't think we need to fill in this bit. He sat on the stairs. During this stage, let's just see what he did at the end. So he literally just comes outside and looks at artwork.
over. You can go.
Okay. That's a good point, actually. I should probably go back and rewind her story as well. See what she was doing beforehand. And where are you going, Vic? Right, so that's the end of the chapter. That's fine. Right, so we know where they were for the entirety. Mostly. We know where she was. I have no idea where the butler was. Where did the butler come from? Like back here? Or do we try and fill in this gap for her? During this time, we were looking here and here. Nowhere in the house. Oh, we've got markers of things to find. Oh, that's wonderful. I do like progress markers like that. Right. So I'm a creature of order. I want to go in order. So we're going to look for the butler now. So where in the fresh hell is... I suppose realistically what I could do is go room to room, clock where everybody is, oh, we found the butler, so we'll just follow the butler. Is he polishing blood off of there? I imagine it would be dented. Silver is quite soft. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, put your hand back. Maybe that'll be a thing later on. He's doing butlery things. I can hear him sweeping, it's fine. Ah, did he use the frying pan? Damn it. He's just sweeping it under the... How does the blind man know where he's sweeping? I'm not buying this blind act for 1 minute. I'm telling you, he can see. He's just sweeping. Still sweeping? Yeah, we're still sweeping. Probably a bit too heavy to bash somebody over the head with. What was this? Tea. Of golf. Oh, he's going to stop sweeping. We looked at that earlier in a different room, didn't we? I imagine there's just more than one. I mean, if you're cleaning that, you're barking up the wrong tree, bud. You have no cloth. Let's just leave him while he rubs his pussy for a minute. We did look at that in a different room. Alright, so they haven't found Tesla yet. Right, we know what he does for a minute now. So at this point, I was there. And he... What? I was outside with these guys. So let's go inside and just watch these guys.
The killer's trying to escape.
How do we know that's the killer?
Innocent men don't run.
But men with guns are not to be trusted. They're coming back.
Why in God's name didn't he just shoot him?
Maybe he'd rather ask questions first.
Or maybe they're friends.
It's just these four. Railroad boy does a runner.
Stop. Mr. Swan, where's the dining room?
Okay. And then we saw Mr. Swan up until this point, apparently. So, let's tail his ass.
Turned you away. Why would he do that?
Did he go that way? Oh no, there he is.
I'm calling from Mr. Tesla's.
Here we go. Right, Swan Song, where you going? Oh, He got stride on pretty freaking quick. None of this freaking one step, one step. See, is that my bag? I mean, why is there a bag at the top of the stairs? That's just a hazard, especially with a blind but. Ooh, I know that room.
Your suitcase, sir. The police will arrive shortly. Are you all right, sir? Very well, sir.
What? Leave me alone, please. Okay.
Very well, sir.
Wait. Would you tell my father that I'm giving him what he wants most in this world?
And, what is that, sir?
Another dead son.
It was suicide.
It's the only kind he seems to care about. So tell him I'm drinking this poison for him. Bottoms up.
Whatever is the matter, hurting yourself is not the answer. Why would you poison your own drink?
Because I can't make my father love me.
All fathers love their sons.
You know, I tried to be what he wanted. But all he tells me is fine feathers don't make a fine bird.
Well, you seem like a very fine bird to me. Young man, fathers are not always right. You are drunk. And no man thinks good thoughts when he is drunk. Come, you must take a walk and clear your head. What kind of man would I be if I let the arm come to you? Huh? Come.
Okay.
Do you know what you have there?
What does he have there?
I think Tesla called it a spirit.
What did he call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tesla called it a spirit radio.
Oh.
Yes. So, you are interested in machines, in engineering.
I'm going to scoot. My laundry just dinged. Thanks for coming by, Robin. Hopefully you're enjoying it.
Brought the railroads to England.
I don't think I'm going to finish this tonight. I might try and finish it this week.
He's a great businessman. You know, I thought maybe if I learned about machines, then we could find some common ground.
Well, this house is full of mechanical wonders. Now,
and that's when Homeboy goes
suitcase.
wandering for a drink.
Please, explore the house. Take your troubles off your mind, young man.
Well, please let me carry that for you. I'm embarrassed to see you still working for us.
Oh, no. You're a good boy. You relax a while in the library, and when I come back, I will make hot tea, and we will talk some more. Yes?
I'm so glad you found me. You know, a man like you would usually be scrambling around looking for Tesla's will. He had money, you know. Sure, he left you and your family plenty.
Such things do not interest me.
Tesla's library. It's in there.
That's the one. You can't see where you're
I'm so
pointing, you
sorry.
dumb fuck.
You can't see where I'm pointing, can you?
No.
Well, if it smells like dust and all the socks, you are on the right track.
He's the one who moves the chess machine, isn't he?
Thank you.
I hear that.
Perhaps such things do interest me.
What? What are you doing? Go on then, usual suspects out, you can drop it now. Okay, so he's going for a safe, clearly. Oh, all spaces finished installing. Right, so we know where he was. He was sweeping. Okay, now you rock on up from upstairs. Mr. Purple. Okay. That's the upstairs. So where were you? Up the stairs, right. So this is his room. And there he is. Is he just drinking himself stupid? Family photo, clearly. Never leave home without it. So you just sat there getting smashed. How is he drunk, but he's not drunk the poison? We could do two jobs with this. We could watch him and out there. Okay, first audio cue is about to happen. So they're both outside still. Oh, lid's coming off. And he's drinking. So he's not poisoned it yet. It was my theory that the poison was in the glass. And he was swigging from the bottle.
Yes, sir. Blind from birth.
Right, so that's Vic downstairs saying to talk it to God.
How many people in this house? 4. Sir? Call them down immediately. Bang the gong. Huh? Bang the gong right now. No, I'm not. Mr. Swan? Sir? How many exits in this building? Only the front door, sir. But all the windows can be opened from the inside.
Well, apart from one. The homeboy's right below us. Getting angry. I love devs that do stuff like this with the controllers. I love it when they do stuff like that. They make it age appropriate. It's nice.
Why the devil is the dinner gong being rung at such an hour?
That was Edison that screamed that.
Is he dead? Mr. Swan, stay where you are.
Just
Who are you?
sip this one.
Edison. The inventor. My name is Gustav Gustav.
Your downfall is not so clever.
Who are you?
I don't know what kind of detective doesn't recognize the most famous stage actress in the world. That's Sarah Bernhardt. The Divine Sarah?
There's someone out there, look!
Okay, this is where we lose you a bit.
Nobody moves.
Except you're not here when he
Who's
gets
out
back.
there? Did he kill him?
Where do you
I
go?
can't see. I can't make it out.
Please. Someone tell me what is
The killer's
happening.
trying to escape.
How do we know that's the killer?
Innocent men don't run.
But men with guns are not to be trusted.
They're coming back.
Why in God's name didn't he just shoot him?
Maybe he'd rather...
Oh no.
Or maybe they're friends.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Why are you so glum, chum? Guilty conscience?
No, 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 no,
That's why you're trying to kill yourself? Ah, here's the poison. Yep, she was right. Why is the... You just stop there a minute. Maybe it's not as interactable as I originally thought. That's fine then.
James? Can you hear me, James? Are you out there somewhere? You know, I think secretly, Father's glad you drowned. Because it's given him another reason to hate me. Last week, when I left Manchester, he said, I hope the Atlantic is as kind to you as it was to your brother.
That's some harsh shit.
I tried to be like you, James. I buried my urges.
Your urges?
But I suppose I'm always going to be a disgrace to him, aren't I? And now, here I am again, mixed up in another scandal, a murder. And you know what the papers will say. And he'll read them, and he'll believe them. Disown me forever.
Your dad sounds like a bell end, mate, if I'm honest.
I'm like a dead limb that he once cut off. Maybe it's time I cut myself off. James. James.
You are drunk. Probably hop back out for this. And where did we leave you at this point? About here. Heading down to the library, if I do recall. Oh, we've gone downstairs. Alright, this is where I get to test my theory. Oh, you aren't the one that played with the chess playing robot. You actually tidy up. Interesting. Okay, so he just goes down to the library and tidies. Right, it's 10:15. Who has the longest timeline? We know most of what happened to Victor. Oh, Tesla's on here too. I mean, I feel like he spends his entire time laid there, if I'm honest. So, I suppose we try and figure out where she is. Well, apparently we've seen her. Is that her or is that him? That's him, isn't it? Where's she? Probably in her room. Her room is up the stairs. She goes left. Did she go down the corridor? I believe she did. Oh yeah, up the stairs, left. She's in here. I'm gonna bet. Oh, there she is. Reading and smoking a cigarette. Well, she's holding a cigarette. There's a breeze in the room. Stick at it, detective. I will, my man. However, it is currently 10:15 here in the UK, and I do usually stop at around 10:30. So I'm hoping to maybe get through everybody's chapter 1 timeline tonight. And then Thursday night's TV night with a wife. But Friday night, then I usually put a video out. Who is my prime suspect right now? Right, so I don't think Victor. He's too obvious. The butler is shady as all hell. I'm assuming Tesla wanted to get her here to give her a nose job. Either that or, you know, kill her dad. Edison, I don't quite know where he was at. The assistant is already written out, but I kind of don't think that it... You can read her book? Oh, shit, let's go do that. Oh.
An actor never lies.
Oh, we looked at this earlier, right?
The great actor's mission is to tell a lie that is indistinguishable from the truth. But beware. An audience smells a lie as a shark smells blood. The acting techniques found in these pages will teach you how to make the untrue become true. You will learn to live as your character, night and day, until you are but a memory. Only the character will survive.
Now, I'm assuming she's reading that because she's technically in witness protection. And the inventor of yoga, apparently. What are you looking at?
You want to make love to me?
She's planning on seducing somebody.
You want to make love to me?
I said. You want to make love to me?
I'm assuming that's Edison walking around. He's the only person I can think of will be upstairs. But yeah, prime suspect. I don't know what Edison was doing, but I still kind of think it was the... Go back to when Gustav called the police. Stand close to him, you can hear the other side of the call. Okay. The newspaper article. I grabbed this earlier. I didn't have it read.
Disgraced Swedish detective quits. Detective Gustav has taken early retirement from the Swedish police.
Yeah, we read that earlier. So I still feel like it's the assistant. She has motives that she wants him into his safe at least.
Who are you?
Gustav.
Gustav?
That's right.
The detective's so good they named him twice.
And scene. So we now know all of her. We know Victor. So it's mostly Tesla, who I'm assuming is just dead on the floor the entire time. And then Mr. Edison, whom I'm assuming... Interesting. There are no more rooms over this side of the house. So he may have come up the stairs. Those stairs, I'm assuming... Realistically, they should be here. Well, the only other stairs on the ground floor map are here. Let's bob into this room. And see. Oh, that's all the stuff we collected. Okay. Right, so... He's not in here. Where are you, Mr. Edison? I don't think you're in here, because we came snooping through the windows. And we got bored of those two chatting in the rain. Ah. Mr. Edison, I presume. Stood there with a light bulb looking all phallic and shit.
Tesla.
Oh, we read this one already. So Edison and Mundy were sharing a room? He must be somewhere upstairs. Because he sure as hell isn't in the greenhouse. You're there getting drunk. What was in here? A bathroom that is empty.
My mind is bursting at the seams. I can barely transcribe my designs before 100 more flood into my head. 3 nights ago, I had a dream. It felt more vivid than my waking hours. In the dream, I saw a new design, a radio of some kind. When I woke, I found I had sketched the blueprint in my sleep. Impossible, and yet it was so. Today, a reporter was visiting my workshop. They saw the blueprint and asked what it does. I lied and said it was a mean...
Ugh. Yes. So where the hell is Edison? So it's not actually a spirit radio, so he's walking around with a thing. He thinks he can talk to his brother, when in reality, it can't. Tommy boy! Oh, hello.
Mandy trial erupts in violence. The London florist
There's a
Victor
florist.
Mandy attacked and mutilated his own daughter in a packed courtroom today. Mary Mandy, age 7, was testifying against her father for the murder of her mother.
Okay, so
Mr.
that
Mandy
makes
was later sentenced to
33.
26 years in prison.
Maybe 33 and change. Alright, you Tommy boy. I know there's going to be lots of juicy things in here to read. That's not a thing. Who would have thunk it? Tesla and Einstein.
Today, my assistant, Flora, finally received news of her husband. I know I am expected to comfort her, but my mind is consumed with completing the spirit radio. I do not know what it will do when I switch it on. But
Okay, so husband, I'm assuming wartime, not going to come back. Or maybe the husband did it. It was a crime of passion. He found out that the assistant was boinking Tesla, came home to meet her, and that's when he killed her. So this, I'm assuming, is the husband. Does that make this his office? Her room? He's a big thinker.
Nicola, how many tears must I shed? How desperate do you want me to be? Are you so inhuman that you cannot understand how I feel? You cannot keep me away forever. I'm coming to the island again. This time I will not take no for an answer. Sincerely, Flora.
So she's not the assistant. She lied. She's a liar. I mean, can I can't really get the angle.
Have I gone mad? I sit night after night listening to the spirit radio, but there is nothing but static. Electrical impulses. What was I expecting to find? I've sacrificed.
Clearly not happy with his new obsession. Ah. A third floor. And that's her room. Ah, so he was bloody upstairs the entire time. Maybe he was up upstairs.
From this moment, my life is changed forever. The sounds from the spirit radio were not random. They were a message. Instructions in Morse code teaching me how to tune the radio. And when I did tune it, a voice spoke to me. I cannot bring myself to write his name.
Okay, so she was his assistant. He then moved to Island in Bumblefuck Nowhere and left her behind. Guess we need to take the stairs. I see two people kissing. Or at school. I assume the cartographer achievement means that I have looked everywhere. Where's Thomas Edison? Because I sure as hell can't find him. What's this room? I assume. Oh yeah, we were here. So the only thing I can think of is that he was in the underground pantry thing. He's in here. Got some good bits of information there. If this doesn't work, then I will just rewind him. Ah. So that's where that leads. And I have no idea where the Flying Ducky Edison is at all. So, we're going to cheat. I'm going to find out when he first turns up. And bow selector.
My name is Gustav.
Gustav?
That's right.
The detective's so good, they...
What the fresh hell is this? Some frickin' detective I am. I walked past an entire sodding room. I didn't entirely watch where he went. No, this is her room. Well, I'm confidently walked past her room. I bet you there's another freaking door just there, isn't there? Yeah. I walked right by it because I got distracted by the stairs. Such a dumb. Right, well, you're sat here.
Mr. Edison, you promised innovation. You promised greatness. Yet 10 months after investing in you, we are still left wanting. If you cannot fulfill your obligation to us, do not expect us to fulfill our financial obligation to you. Sincerely, J.P. Morgan.
So, Edison was up to his neck. Maybe he came to Tesla for help, and Tesla said no. Maybe he came to Tesla for money, and Tesla said no.
Letter. Tesla to Edison. Dearest Thomas, let us dispense with euphemism. We both know you did not invent the famous Edison phonograph. It was the work of Louis Le Prince, a man who then took his own life because you stole his life's work. This is the last time I will ask you. Come to the island, or I will tell the world. Thomas, I can make your mistake undone. Sincerely.
So, Tesla also kind of a little bit threatened him. Which generally doesn't go down very well. And that's the actress. Like an alternator. So that's the time.
Where does he get his ideas? Thomas Edison seems to have more ideas than one man could master. Ask him, and he will tell you he has the mind of 10 men hidden inside his remarkable cranium. A charming gentleman.
What are you doing, Tony? Not writing much in your journal. That's definitely ink. And that is a nice fountain pen. That's a candle. So, sitrep. Edison had motive. Tesla threatened to tell the world that he wasn't the inventor he claimed to be. The assistant does seem to have a bit of a grudge, and does seem rather angry towards him. She's suffering a loss. and women are passionate creatures that do things in the heat of the moment. So, it could be her. Michael Jackson in the other room. I don't feel like she has any motive at this point in time. And the death of Tesla. Tesla knew she liked someone. And likewise for Vanderberg. I mean, if what the detective says is true, that the rain would have hidden the footsteps after, like, the footsteps would still show, which I don't believe is entirely true because, well, his footsteps look pretty much gone, right? Maybe they're not. Edison's, he's not having a good time. What are you looking at out there? Blind from bat? I'm assuming that's English being the second language that he's...
How many exits in this building? Only the front door, sir. But all the windows can be opened from the inside.
So Edison then marches over. And that's where he starts waffling about killing him. And then where do you go, Tommy? That mechanic is getting rather annoying. Why not? As a motive to Tesla knew she killed someone. Oh yeah. Why did I get liked? I'll blame the CV one. Right, so he's flirting now.
Well, Nicola, other than inviting your own murderer, your taste in guests is impeccable.
So he has to be the chess guy, right? Is he looking for the secret entrance? That wall up there, bud. Maybe he finds it. That's what the chess robot is. Did you do it? Shady bugger. What are you reading?
Incantation for astral projection. You really put your faith in this? The great Tesla, caught in a snare set to catch fools. A man's mind is exposed by his books. And here you are, a man of science, without a single volume on the subject.
Wait.
The man on the radio told me to search beneath the house. He told me I would find a passageway carved deep into the bedrock of the island. And at the end of that passage would be a door. He was right. That door...
Okay. Action.
Nothing but spiritual mumbo-jumbo. Animum carum pare quia seductilis velit. Seduce the mind because it wants to be seduced. Levare cerebrum ab incanabulis. Lift the mind from its cradle. Volare sursum incrustinum. Fly up, up into tomorrow. Are you in there, Tesla?
I challenge
you. He's gonna lose, and that's why he flips the table.
I was afraid to come here. I thought I would come face to face with an inventor who is greater than I. But I see now who you really are. Nothing but a parlor trick.
Checkmate. 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 Checkmate.
Yeah!
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
That's what I could hear. And also, you're wrong, you idiot.
The carriages that run on them.
Tesla. Perils of a blind servant, Tesla.
Oh, he was so close.
When I come back, I will make some tea, and we will talk some. Yeah?
Yeah, I clocked that earlier and thought it looked a bit messed up too.
I'm so glad you found me. You know, man like you would be stumbling around with...
Oh my. Waste not, want not.
In she comes. Pukey, pukey, pukey.
Perhaps, but I drank it.
Are you alright?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm fine.
And that's the end of chapter 1. So, we know the whereabouts of everybody. Although you've got an exclamation mark on you. Why? because we're on chapter 2. We know the location of you, of you, of you, of you. Let's have a quick butchers at Tesla before we disappear for the night. That angle will do. Is this going to freak me out now? I feel we can just fast forward through this. He's not going to talk or say or do anything. He's just going to be interacted with. At this point in time, as you so rightly pointed out, Rob, he has threatened many through the post. And he's certainly set up a very interesting position for himself, bringing her to the courtroom, her and her father, Tesla's, bringing in Edison. She brought herself, to be fair. Oh yes, of course. I may try and kill two birds with one stone and listen to that whilst looking at Tesla. And so he covers him with a sheet, chases after dude. Just no respect for the dead. What a douche. He's made the phone call already, hasn't he? Alright, we can come back to that. You'd think somebody would have shut the door by now. Alright, so Tesla doesn't move the entire time. So let's just get on to Gustav again. And
search each floor and report back to me.
let's quickly have a listen to the phone call.
Right
now. I believe he's already made the phone call at this point, right? Yeah, here we go.
Hello, operator. Please connect me to the police, please. Hello, police? This is Detective Gustav. Yes, it's Swedish. I'm calling from Mr. Tesla's island. There's been a murder here, and I need you to send a boat immediately. Thank you. Mr. Swan, would you please...
So, I heard that earlier, but I thought it was just a thing. I didn't realize that he didn't actually phone anybody, did he? He never reported it to the police. And why would he not report it? That is something we're going to have to find out on the next installment, I think. Because it's getting late and people in this household want to go to sleep and can't have me chatting to you all night. Rob, I have to say, the amount of effort and time and work that has gone into this, into the writing of this story, is beyond phenomenal. You could never have been paid enough for the kind of depth and thought that has been put into this story. You really couldn't. I am very eager to find out more. And all being well on Friday, I will. It kind of depends on a couple of personal factors. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. I mean, on the last game I did on the Wednesday night was Wilson's Heart. And I thought that was very, very good. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for being here to guide me. It's very rare that you actually get somebody that was so heavily involved in the game along for the ride, and it is definitely improving things. I would love, once all this is over, to have a bit more of a conversation with you if you can spare me a bit of time. But that is something we are going to have to use another day, another time for. So, you know where to find me. You can tweet me at any point in time you like. The DMs are definitely wide open for you, good sir. And anybody else who's watching this playthrough, thank you very much for sticking by me. Unfortunately, it's not something that you can just bash your way through. I realised that the microphone was under my nose and I need to use this. Yeah, it's not something that you're just going to hammer your way through. It is something that does take time, and it is going to take time. So, bear with me, I suppose. I wanted to play something that was kind of short, so as to be able to free myself up, because as the world may or may not know, Half-Life Alyx is out next Monday. And every man and his dog is going to be playing it. I figured I probably should as well. This might actually stop me from doing that. But we'll find out anyway. So yes, everybody, thank you very much for popping by. I do appreciate that. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Get that bell on so you know if and when I do go live. Keep your eye on the socials. I will let you know. But until next time, everybody,